Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video in another new series. Will I ever get back to my original series? Who knows? Welcome back to another series that I like to call Soundtrack Sundays. Now, there would have been videos earlier today. Sorry, this is dropping really late. I had everything planned out, and then obviously you can tell I'm really congested. Allergies have been kicking my butt all day, which is so annoying because I had a great lineup of videos to do. I'll probably just record a bunch tonight and then upload them tomorrow. Apologies for that. This is also a video for an assignment at school that I thought I could also use as a catalyst and an excuse for an idea I had for a while now, and that is to review soundtracks. And I wondered how I could do it without getting absolutely copyrighted to hell. Still got to figure that out, but we're probably just here to talk about it because it's also another excuse for me to do what I do best, and that's nerd out like a loser for 10 minutes plus. The soundtrack we were reviewing today is How to Train Your Dragon from John Powell. The first one we're gonna go because there's the second and the third, and I love those too. But this one is a good one to start with. It's a classic, a absolute classic, a timeless piece. A masterclass, if you will, composed by John Powell, the man, the legend, the homie. 25 songs, just over an hour of runtime. And are there any misses? I don't think so. And it always impressed me the most how composers are able to capture like the moment of films. Like I always wondered how that process worked. For the most iconic song off this piece, we'll jump around, but obviously one of the most iconic pieces on this thing is Test Drive, which if you don't know what Test Drive is, you're lying. You know what Test Drive is. Oh my god! DreamWorks, please don't kill me for that small segment. I want to get paid, please. Test Drive is so great because it's such a emotional, not only is it like a scene that really shows the push and pull and the contrast of the characters Hiccup and Toothless, but John Powell really I loved how he exaggerated the high moments and exaggerated the lows and really made everything playful and powerful at the same time. And that can be seen with a lot of these pieces from This Is Burke. There's one that's called Romantic Flight, which is another iconic one, really making it just that kind of, even though it's DreamWorks, a very Disney-esque feel. That kind of dreamy, melodic, beautiful, full of strings, high melodies, moving low string and low bass. Everything is fit together so meticulously and so well. I can only imagine how long it took them to make this. I'm sure John Powell won an award for this. I believe he won back in 2010 for, I think it was like a soundtrack of the year or something. I don't know what award off the top of my head. I have to go check, but I checked on imdb.com, and he did win a couple awards for this one specifically. He also composed for Shrek, the first movie, obviously all three How to Train Your Dragon movies, Kung Fu Panda, being able to combine the orchestral and wind ensembles of, and just be able to blend it all so well and have these parts that intertwine and transition so smoothly throughout the entire runtime of this film obviously takes a lot of work and attention to detail that I believe he capitalized so well. Like if you took away the movie aspect of this would also just be a great playlist, a great soundtrack of classical music that shows every single scene here. The battling the Green Death, counterattack, when Hiccup falls into the fire and no one knows what he's at. The outro song by Jonesy, Sticks and Stones, is fantastic. I wish they brought that back for the third film. Let yourself grow. That's so good. The Cove, See You Tomorrow, New Tail, when he's building the new tail for Toothless and for the first time. Focus Hiccup, The Dragon Book, when he first discovered. You could close your eyes and picture every scene. It sounds like, and you could put this really with many things. If you wanted to go through a whole meadow and put this like this is some Minecraft stuff, you could. If you want to have an epic battle like this is, what was it? Was it back in the day? What's it called? Medieval times. You could do that. For these ones, I don't really want to give ratings. I just want to kind of talk about it and just appreciate it. chronology starts off with "This is Burke," then the dragon battle when obviously when the dragons are fighting and all that stuff, and the down dragon when Hiccup finds Toothless for the first time after he shot him down back in the fight. Dragon training when they first fight all the dragons. Wounded, I want to say, is when he first finds out that that Toothless is hurt. The Dragon Book being when he finds the Dragon Book. Focus Hiccup, the second training montage, I want to say. New tail, he starts building the new tail. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I remember see you tomorrow. I remember. It's that montage of him trying to figure out different ways to make the tail work. And, you have the very playful, kind of cutesy melodies led by a bunch of high strings and flute, and piccolo runs. Obviously, my favorite, Test Drive. This one's on my playlist. Not so fireproof, kind of a building moment, a transitional period in the cut, very short, kind of showing, like, the rising and the change, kind of, since it's like kind of let me get words. It's kind of like the changing of a mindset, the changing of time, a realization. When Hiccup realizes that dragons aren't bad and this is actually a misunderstanding and everything we, literally as a quote said, everything we thought about you guys was wrong. This time for sure being the final training montage of who gets to kill the monstrous nightmare between Astrid and Hiccup. Obviously Hiccup winning. Astrid goes for a spin when Astrid first runs into Hiccup and Toothless starts being kind of mean and decides to just take her into the sea. The greatest quote being, "Thank you for nothing, you useless reptile." Romantic flight, Dragon's Den. When they first find the nest of all the dragons, that one brought out the horror aspect, really showing the menacing, obviously, lots of heavy bass, heavy string, really blended together, mixed really well together. Dynamic contrast being very, very evident. The Cove kind of being a peaceful moment when they're discussing what they plan to do next after finding the nest. The Kill Ring when Hiccup is trying to appease the monstrous nightmare, then his dad obviously flips his mind, and then Toothless comes in and fights the monstrous nightmare, showing kind of the chaotic nature of that whole scenario. Ready the ships when they go to find the nest of the Green Death. Then comes number 20, battling the Green Death. Counterattack when Hiccup and people arrive flying dragons for the first time, and kind of that kind of arrival heroic semi-climactic / falling action moment in the story. Hiccup, where's Hiccup? Obviously when he fell off of Toothless and people didn't know where he was at. People didn't know if he was alive. And then I think towards the end is when they find out that he is alive. Coming back around when Hiccup wakes up, sees that all the dragons are there, blah, 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 gets a kiss from Astrid, roll credits. Outro song, Sticks and Stones by Jonesy, which is great. I love it. Hey, da, 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 da. What? I'm sick. Oh, let yourself go. No, he's different. I don't know what Jonesy was on, but I might need some of that. And then the concluding song after that, The Vikings Have Their Tea. A great closing piece to a beautiful soundtrack. Overall, composed really well. A classic, another time. A picture of modern art. This is something I enjoy really well. When a soundtrack is good because when you can listen to the soundtrack separately and you can picture chaotic moments, you can picture the emotions, you can picture the driving actions, you can tell the story can be seen through there, the rising, the resolution, the climactic moments, obviously the falling out, every single thing you can kind of put with everything else and really just listen to it and it just be good music and you can tell where the story's going. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna rate this. It's an excuse just to nerd out over this stuff. Let me know what you guys think of this soundtrack, what other soundtracks I should look at. Again, apologies for no videos earlier, but, wanted to get this out. for first episode of Soundtrack Sundays. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I should make this a series. If you don't enjoy it, let me know what happens. Ms. Rains, let me know what you think. Again, apologies for any continuity issues. I feel awful, but I do this for y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. I love y'all. Bye-bye.